Welcome everyone to the Good Muchachos podcast. I'm Marino, this is Julio,
Julio.
and we're bringing you unfiltered conversations about the latest and hottest topics in Spanglish. It's 2026, and this year so far, Michael Jackson is back in the headlines like never before. We've got a new movie dropping, lawsuits popping up, new allegations, and even his name linked to the Epstein situation. So today, on our very first episode, we're breaking it all down. From the movie hype to the real drama, Branca versus the kids, the Casio lawsuit, Wade and James, and those Epstein photos. Julio, let's get into it. So, the first thing that we're going to talk about right now, since it's being hyped up, is the new movie called Michael. And this movie is going to be released on April 24th, 2026. The trailer has dropped not too long ago in February. And many fans are saying that Jafar is channeling Michael Jackson. He's acting like Uncle Mike. So, for those of you who haven't seen the trailer yet, I wanted to share screen so you guys could see it and see how good this movie looks. So, that's what we're going to get into right now.
Amazing trailer, amazing everything, amazing Jafar. We know about this movie, Marino, for from 2 years ago. I remember when I first heard about the movie release, I was so amazing. I did a TikTok. Maybe we can show that thing in the video later. But I was so thrilled. I was so happy that one of his nephews, one guy that has Michael's blood inside, is going to be him in the movie. So it makes me really happy. And also, it's really funny because he's the son of one of the first Michael Jackson haters of all the time. You know, Jermaine Jackson.
Yeah,
the first guy that
they had some beef going on.
Exactly. They were, most of it. Michael was really cool with it, but Jermaine, well, that guy was a little bit jealous about him. That's a really funny thing that his son is going to play him. And yeah, I saw that Jafar is almost our age. He's from 96, July 25th from 96. Just 1 month older than me. Is really in our age, and he make a really good work. What I saw in the trailers, playing the role of Michael, and I'm very excited. I want to see the movie just now. I think it's going to be a movie that shows the real Michael, what's behind the star, and I'm happy also that the movie is going to have a second part because all Michael's life you can put it on.
Yeah, you can't put it on
movie.
in one movie. There's just way too much.
It's impossible. I think this movie is going to be only at the beginning of the Dangerous Era, right? I think from what I saw in the leaks of the movie, I think only it's going to be from his childhood to the Dangerous Era.
Yeah, it looks like it starts off from when he was pretty young, and it goes all the way into the Dangerous Era. But yeah, overall, very exciting. I actually can't wait to see it. I haven't been to the movie theaters in such a long time because I find that these days there's not a lot of great movies coming out. And this is a movie that's going to make me go to the movie theaters to go and watch it. Especially since the both of us were big Michael Jackson fans. And he's influenced our lives in many ways.
Maybe the second movie, I think they're going to talk about the allegations, the first guy that was the first child that accused him. What's his name? I forgot his name of the first guy of the first child. You remember the name? It was Jordan Chandler.
Okay, yes.
Maybe Jordan Chandler is going to be, I think, in the second movie, that case, and maybe the allegation of 2003 with Gabriel Arvizo. But we all know what's behind that. We know those guys, those families were only for the money. So.
Which we're going to get into as we go along throughout our episode. Definitely.
I want you to show the video of Jermaine Jackson that I told you to see how funny is that his son is playing Michael. The video that I sent to you, that is an interview with Jermaine, Tirio, and Jackie.
Yeah, that's the second video, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Listen carefully, guys. Listen carefully.
Let's listen.
Like a karma that his son is going to play him. And the other song, I bet you all know about this song. The other video, Word to the Bad. It's a song that Jermaine is like roasting his brother. And you know the story behind that is that Michael, when he heard the song for the first time on the radio, he called, I think, all the radios of United States and told them to shut down this song, and they did it.
See, 15 seconds in.
Reconstructed, been abducted, don't know who you are. Think they love you, they don't know you. Don't think about number one, you forget about where you started from. You only care about what it ain't about your world. It ain't about the things you do. If you don't care, I don't care. You keep thinking about you. It ain't about you taking my part. You've been taking for a long time. If you don't care.
It's a good song
Taking my spot.
regardless. It's a good song regardless, though. Sounds good.
Yeah, but taking my spot, man.
Yeah.
No, man, you're not Michael Jackson, man. So sorry, you're talented, but you're not Michael Jackson, man. We love you, but okay.
Yeah. Keep it on the down low. Let Michael do his thing.
Exactly. Okay, but we're happy
Well-
for the movie, and we won't. We
Yeah,
are
well-
really happy.
And to add in there, actually, it's still on the topic of the movie. Paris Jackson has actually been public about it, and she's distanced herself from the film, saying that she wants honesty over sales and monetary gain, and really isn't fully behind it. And she said that she has 0% involvement and criticized the film as sugar-coated fantasyland. So, what are your thoughts on what she said, and how do you think the movie will actually be?
Okay, about that thing, we all know that in Hollywood, especially in these biographical movies, like for example, Bohemian Rhapsody, there are some things that this is not 100% true, because they are selling a story. They want the people to be interested in the story, to be interested in the whole movie. So I understand that maybe they can. I don't know if is the correct word to made up some things, but maybe they want to do it like more like a novelistic thing or a magic thing, because you have to keep entertaining the people. If you show always the reality in every aspect, it maybe can be bored sometimes. Maybe I don't saying that the Michael's life is boring. It's the least boring life in in whatever people in the world. But it's a thing. It's Hollywood. It's movies. You know, Prince is involved in all the movie. Also his nephew, and I think Paris want to do all his life exactly in the movie. So I support her in some way, but also support the thing of his Hollywood is a movie. They need to entertain people, so maybe she's attacking that part. That's my thoughts. That's my thoughts about the topic.
Yeah, I guess maybe the fact that she didn't have much of an input into the actual movie itself is why she's saying these things. But like you said, they got to keep the people entertained and, to actually want to see the movie. So maybe there's going to be a couple of things in the movie or the story of the movie that they're going to twist and change around,
In Bohemian Rhapsody, Freddie Mercury didn't have AIDS before the concert that they show in the Live Aid. He didn't have HIV in that concert. He had it after that concert, but they put the chronological timeline that way to make it more magic, the movie, to make like more entertainment, more passion, more feel in the movie. So
yeah,
I understand why Hollywood do those things. But if you're a real fan, and if you're a real fan of Michael, you can search every information, everything, every fact. Now it's in you can search whatever you want by yourself in your hand. You have the social media, you have the internet, you have ChatGPT, you have the AI. You can search whatever you want if you want
Yeah.
some real
It's
facts.
all
The
public.
movies
It's all
for
there.
entertainment.
Yeah.
The movies for entertainment. The movies to having a good time together as fans and to celebrate Michael.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I agree. I agree with you 100%, and that's what it actually should be. It should be a celebration of Michael's life. Especially to those who are not as big as fans as we are, I should say, and haven't dived into his whole life or his his music catalog as well. So
I would love that the movie like taking count the topics of his vitiligo and his changing features of his face by surgeries, but he also have he had issues with his nose because of his father make insult him. He had a
yeah,
psychological issue. He didn't have a normal childhood, a normal development as a normal man. He wasn't normal. He wasn't normal. He wasn't normal. He was working from 5 years old when we were playing with our toys in the floor, man. So
exactly.
he never he wasn't going to be normal, never. But
Yeah.
he was not a bad guy. Maybe
Yeah.
he's different, but he was not a bad guy.
Yeah, he went through a lot. Went through a lot.
Exactly. We're going to see the movie. Let's celebrate Michael this year. It's Michael's year.
It's Michael's year. Michael's year,
Michael's year.
2026.
Exactly,
So
man.
I've before we move on to the next topic, I've got a trivia question for you to see how much
Oh,
of a fan you really are.
Damn
So,
okay.
question is, can you guess Michael Jackson's top 5 best-selling singles?
Oh shoot. 5. Maybe it can be Billie Jean,
So what?
Thriller.
So what would you say is number 1 here?
Billie Jean.
Yeah, Billie Jean is correct. Number 1, selling 4.87 million physical singles sold and
Damn.
6.62 million downloads, plus 2.6 billion Spotify streams alone. That's massive.
Shit. Yes. It's Michael. It's expected.
Yeah.
Oh,
So what would you say since the runner-up in second place?
maybe Thriller.
Thriller is there, but it's not in second.
So it's Beat It.
Yeah. Beat It in
Yeah,
second
okay.
place. That's right. Third
Third one,
place.
Thriller.
Thriller, exactly. Yeah, you got that
Yeah.
one.
Exactly.
And fourth.
Fourth. Mm, Bad? No. Bad no. Black or White?
Yeah, Black or White it is.
Yeah.
You're on a roll, you're on a roll. Can you guess the last one? The fifth one, which is actually one of my favorites.
When are we starting something? No. It's not so common, that one.
I'll give it to you if you can't guess it.
Can you give me a clue? Or no?
It starts with an M.
Man in the Mirror.
Yeah. Man in the Mirror it is. One of my favorites.
It's weird that Man in the Mirror is his fifth single, because for me as a fan, it's not such a well-known song.
Exactly. It doesn't get and in my opinion, all of his songs are great, but this one doesn't get the acclaim or the recognition that it actually deserves. So I think it deserves to be there, but a lot of people don't necessarily think of that song when they think of his
exactly.
his top 5 best-selling singles.
Well, but as a fans, I don't hear too much Billie Jean, Beat It, Thriller, and those songs. I hear other songs more than those ones. You
Really?
too, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Well,
hear more.
Billie Jean. I hear a lot. Billie Jean. I hear it everywhere. And Thriller, of course.
No, but by yourself, by when you do your own.
Yeah. When I listen to Michael, I listen to those songs, of course, but I listen more to the other songs on
The more
his
underground,
albums. Yeah, exactly.
the more underground stuff.
Yeah.
It's really great. It's really great. Okay, let's move on, man. Let's move on.
Yeah. So, one thing that we need to talk about right now is what's going on between John Branca and Michael's kids. And this one kind of feels like a soap opera because it's actually happening in court right now. And Michael Jackson's daughter, Paris Jackson, and her brothers Prince and Biggie are going straight at these two guys running the billion-dollar estate, John Branca and John McClane. And this is not necessarily a criminal case, not a sue you for millions of dollars lawsuit, and it's not about removing the executors. It's just a classic fight over transparency and who controls the money in a multi-billion-dollar estate. So for those of you who don't know, when Michael Jackson died in 2009, the estate was around $500 million in debt. And Branca, who also co-wrote Billie Jean, and McClane have been co-executors for 17 years. And they took the estate and turned it into a cash machine via his catalog sales, Sony deals, circus shows, etc. But Michael's kids grew up now and want more say and visibility into decisions. And Paris's core argument, as she recently said on March 12th, the executors are handing out huge unauthorized bonuses of over $600,000 to law firms and friends without explaining it to the kids. Yeah. And from what we've seen online, some of this includes gifts like cars and luxury watches and dragging out cases to run up fees. So, Paris just basically said the executors treat us like outsiders who just say thank you and shut up while they make self-interested moves with our dad's legacy. And what the kids are demanding are full 2025 accounting transparency by September 15. So that's what they want. But on the flip side, the estate's argument, they're firing back saying that they turned $500 million of debt into billions for the family and paid Paris around $65 million in benefits already. So these fights are just slowing everything down. And Paris's team said that, after the hearing that they had on March 12th, that they feel pretty good about how it went, and they even got a $1 million write-off on some of the fees. So what do you think about this specifically? Do you think that Michael Jackson's kids kind of have are they going overboard with this, or do they have is there some credibility to what they're saying that they demand full transparency with every single thing?
Okay, first of all, that's very true that you were saying that John Branca and John McClane did something awesome with Michael's legacy, Michael's money. Even though Michael never wanted to sell even 1% of his catalog, they made a deal with Sony Music, and they sold 50% of the catalog by $1,200 million. Also, they make the collaboration of his music with documentaries, shows. They promote the MJ musical, the Cirque du Soleil, the one that you were, Marino,
Michael Jackson one,
Exactly. They create everything to make more incomes to the Michael's money. So, like you said, they make all the debts that the King of Pop had. They pay them all, and they make the dead celebrity the most rich dead celebrity in history. And and yeah, for that part, I celebrate them. They make a good job, a great job, a really good job. But also putting in the shoes of the Michael's kids, yeah, they have um how I say, the rights to know how is the money, where's the money going, how's the money uh distributed, how is the money using for what things, for which people. So yeah, I get the idea from them. They want transparency. They want to have everything in paper. They want to see what's happening with the money, because also it's their money. They are
Yeah,
their legal. How I say, cómo digo,
children.
herederos. How I say, herederos,
Here's
herederos,
here's.
heroes, the legal heroes. Sorry, guys, I'm Peruvians, so I have to talk in English in this podcast. Así que bueno, ya seguimos. Yeah, they're the legal children, so they needs to know what's happening with the money. Even though if I get $60 million by 29, 28 years old, I will be so fucking happy. uh, but yeah, they have the right to know what's happening.
Yeah,
But,
I think so too. Yeah, I think you know, even though
but
they turned the estate into something profitable and eliminated the debt, the kids do deserve full transparency, especially now since they're a lot older and they can understand more of these things. So they should be involved in um, those
that's the
specific
word.
decisions because
That's the word.
they're his kids. So
That's the word, man. That's the word. They want to be involved. That's the whole. They want to be involved. Now, you say they are grown ups. They want to know what happened, not just receive money. So, but I would prefer that they resolve this issue by talking outside the courts, because Michael, yeah, Michael, John Branca and John McCain and Michael's kids, they both sure that they want the best from the Michael's
yeah,
legacy.
yeah,
So I hope they
and
can
I
figure
believe
this
that.
out.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I hope they figure this out, how to resolve this issue. But I think they will. I think they will.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big problem in the realm of things. So I think they'll resolve it pretty quickly.
By the
But
way, John Branca was very involved in the movie, also like Princess. So they are together. They were together
yeah,
this months.
yeah, exactly. They were in touch.
Hmm.
But on the flip side of things, that's just a small case going on, but there's a brand new lawsuit also going on, and the lawsuit is from the Casio brothers, who that was just dropped on February 27th, and it's wild. You got four siblings from the Casio family: Edward, Dominic, Marina Cole, and Aldo filed a federal lawsuit against Michael Jackson's estate and companies, and they're claiming he groomed and abused them over more than a decade, starting somewhere as from around 7 years old. And they said it happened at Neverland, on tour, at homes of celebrities like Elton John and Elizabeth Taylor. And they've used words like sex trafficking, brainwashing, and a secret code phrases that Michael supposedly used. So the estate, Michael's estate came back swinging hard. They're not taking it. As they said, and I quote them: "This is a desperate money grab." And
Exactly, man. That family know Michael from the 80s. Those family opened his doors for Michael to their home to to get time with them. the parents of the Casio brothers bring Michael to their home, contact him, even when it's so stupid. Sorry the word, but it's so stupid that
Yeah.
the guy said when he was on tour, when he was in Neverland, man, Michael was a really busy man. He was recording, he was doing photo shoots, he was
Yeah.
doing short videos, he was doing documentaries, he was doing interviews, he was rehearsing, he was so busy. In which time he's going to be abusing kids? No, he doesn't have
Yeah.
any time even to have a girlfriend at that time.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
so for me, it's really stupid. He was a busy man, and the thing that he was busy makes that the guy that he's now a really big one because he put a really hard work in his art. Also, it's like you said, it's really weird that every allegation is when something big about Michael is going to happen. The the first guy, Jordan Childer, happened when he was doing the Dangerous tour. The Gavin Garviso thing happened when he was releasing the number one's album.
Yeah.
The Wade Robson and Jay Safechuk shit, sorry, but shit, leaving Neverland was happening when what happened in that time? Michael was you remember? There's a thing going on in those years. I think they were going to release a book, a memorabilia. I don't remember something about Michael,
All right.
and he put and they. Ah, no, sorry, they were releasing the second posthumous album of Michael. Uh, it was called. Remember the second posthumous album? What's his
I'm not
name?
100% sure. Yeah.
Well, that when the album was released, the allegation was made, and then when this movie is going to be released in the next month, they allegate about
These
these
things. Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Every time when Michael is having a really big event,
Yeah.
something like that, because they want attention and they want money, they put that kind of allegation. Why didn't put that 3 years ago,
Before. Yeah.
4 years ago, 5 years ago?
Yeah.
Or when Robson and James Safechuk do the stupid thing of leaving Neverland, why no one of those kids make an interview or an allegation in those times? Why not? So it's stupid, man. It's really stupid.
Yeah.
The only
It almost seems like they chose you know they chose the perfect timing to do this because you know what's
and
upcoming in April is Michael's movie. So, everybody's talking about Michael now, and yeah, is getting
and
a
you
lot of
know
media attention. So, and like the estate pointed out, that the Casio family defended Michael for years, and Frank Casio even wrote the book My Friend Michael, praising him.
exactly.
So that's the crazy part.
Exactly. I have those videos of Frank Casio. He was assistant of Michael during the Invincible era. He was also he wrote a book, and he also when Michael passed away in 2009, like I think 2 days after he passed away, the the record label wants and release Michael's songs now because they want to release a posthumous album.
Yeah.
So the fucking guy go to register songs in how I say this thing songs how I say this thing in English
Quote unquote.
in Oregon, okay, that thing. Um, and he said that were Michael songs, and they released 3 songs. I think it was Breaking News. I have here the let me see. I have here the information. Yeah, it was Breaking News, Monster, and Keeping Your Head. Those songs were included in the first posthumous album of Michael Jackson called Michael. And I know you have that information, but I don't know if people does. But these 3 songs, the voice of Michael isn't him. It's another guy. It's an impersonator that he
Right.
can make like a little bit the voice of Michael, and but the album was still in there for 5-6 years. I remember after they go to a court, and the people asked the label to remove those songs from the album, and they did. You can find those songs in any platform now. You can find it. You can't find it in Spotify, in iTunes. You can find those songs because they take it out from the album because they
Right.
were fake Michael Jackson song. But in those 5 years or the years that the songs were in the album, the fucking Casio Brothers took all the royalties of those songs.
Yeah.
How much millions of those songs? A lot of
Yeah.
millions.
It's stolen money.
Exactly. And even if he was his real friend, because the guy probably published a book within 2 days of Michael's death, he was registering songs of Michael, supposedly of Michael, to have more money. So what? Michael is only your friend because you want something from him.
Yeah.
And also they made the same strategy as Jordan Chandler. Jordan make a well his dad make a like a reunion with Michael, and he asks money, and Michael doesn't give him money, he will go to say all the media that Michael was abusing his kid.
Yeah.
These guys were the same. They go to the state and they ask for money, but the state refused them, and now they are They made the allegation that Michael was abusing them, and they are asking for $200 million. So that's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
They're only chasing money.
And it's really sad that even after Michael's passing, which was now, even more than a decade ago, and they're still trying to
Yeah.
take advantage of the situation, so that's the sad part about it. And it's every time you hear these types of things out there in the media, the immediate reaction, like I thought to myself, was, here we go again. This is just another one of those cases, trying to grab money. So I like, as of now, the judge granted the estate's motion, and the whole case just got moved to private arbitration, which means there's no public trial and no media circus. So 33 of the 37 claims got dismissed or sent behind closed doors. So the Casio side is still fighting the federal parts, but right now the estate is calling this a huge win for them, for Michael's estate, which is good news, because the first time this happened, it was a lot more complicated than this, and it went on for a long time.
Exactly. Can you show Marino, please, the videos that I sent to you about the Casio's thing, the Casio's issue? First, we're going to show you two videos, very, very short videos of Michael having time with the Casio family.
And
Here's the first one.
treated him as he was part of our family.
For you guys,
and that
this
he
is
was not
a family
king of
that
pop, but
the
just
guy
a
is
human
abusing.
being.
He always
Like
called
it's-
us
yeah.
the family of law, my second family.
We grew up with him literally since
Those
he
are the
was
Casio
3 and
brothers.
I was 5, and so
Those are the brothers that are making
he
really
allegations
was so
now.
humble.
the
and
allegations,
never
the
really
claims.
played off on the fact that he was,
And
this
they are
Michael
defending
Jackson,
Michael. They
he
were
was
a
just,
strong
Michael.
defendants
He was
of
just our
Michael
friend.
all these years. The next video.
Yeah.
Interview.
Pretty much all of Michael's songs.
Oh, is this?
That's you see, so a normal guy in a home, in a house, having
all
fun
Michael's
with
songs.
his friends. That's from the bad era, man. So
Yeah, it's
they
crazy.
they had like 40 years to make allegation, and they did nothing, man. Yet they did it when it's going to be the movie release.
Yeah.
And if you can show the other videos, man. The third video is you can see Frank Casio defending Michael.
States. And even when he was in those states, Cynthia, he's never gave me an indication that he is interested in boys or sexual attraction to boys. It's the complete opposite.
So even under the influence of narcotics.
Even under the influence, he's not like that, Cynthia. It's disgusting. He's not a pedophile.
You see?
Wow.
And the other video,
I actually didn't see that one. That's the first time I'm seeing that one, actually. That's crazy.
also the other video is when he was Michael's assistant and he was defending him and was talking about the Arvizo case, the second child that accused Michael.
Yeah, let's take a look at that one.
Fucking Gabriel Arvizo. That you, Gavin, you had cancer, man. You had cancer and Michael cured you. You know that when Gavin Arvizo he got married, and when he got married, he was dancing The Way You Make Me Feel in his wedding. Fucking guy.
And the Arvizo family suddenly have decided that Michael had molested Gavin.
Gavin came to Michael and said, "Michael, could we sleep in your room tonight?" And Michael looked at me and says, "I don't know, I think you better ask your mother." "Oh, we already asked our mother. She says, sure, no problem." I'm like, no, this is something's odd. This is not right. And then as I was about to go tell Gavin that he cannot sleep in Michael's room, Michael says, "Okay, I have a solution for this. You have to sleep in the room with me." The two children slept on the bed, and Michael and I slept on the floor.
Yeah, so he
was a defendant.
Yeah, exactly. The whole way through, he was a defendant, and now he's still coming out and saying, "Oh, he molested me," and
can you put the next two links? One is a video and the other is the book, so the people can see the book. Whereas the second next video that says Frank minute, put the 1 hour 13:50 seconds. You will see Frank Casio as Michael's assistant.
Yeah. Just want to share the image of the book that Frank Casio wrote.
There's the link, huh? My friend
So,
Michael, an ordinary friendship with an extraordinary man. What?
Yep. It's protecting him, saying good things, saying positive things about him. And, well, look at where it's at now, right? And we have one more clip over here that we wanted to share.
There you can see next to Michael, Frank Casio. Really pure guy, a normal guy, next to a friend. Working for him.
Incredible.
So I don't see any abuse guy there. I see a normal guy hanging out with his friend and helping him with his job. That's it. So Casio Brothers,
That is
you're
just
bad.
crazy.
You're crazy, guys.
Hopefully this case and this brand new lawsuit that they have gets thrown out the window very quickly. Because, these types of lawsuits can't keep happening and, have people out there in the public make them think that, he was a bad person and he didn't do any of the things that they're claiming. So, and moving on now to two names everybody already knows is Wade Robson and James Safechuk. Okay. Their civil case against Michael's companies, not the estate directly, is still rolling. Oh, they're asking for $400 million in damages. And the upcoming trial is locked in for November 2026. And Leaving Neverland 2 just dropped last year. And it follows them preparing for court, dealing with the backlash and all that. So their lawyers have been through it, and one of them even said that he's planning to retire after this because of the toll the case has had on him. And the estate and Jackson family keep saying the claims were thrown out multiple times before, and both guys previously testified under oath that nothing happened. But the appeals court brought the case back, and now we're headed back to a jury in November. So, again, this is another case of it's all about the money, basically. So it's what the estate is saying as well, but the accusers are saying the companies enabled the abuse.
You remember when
these two have been fighting. Sorry, just to add this in, they've been fighting since 2013, and this upcoming trial is gonna be the biggest courtroom moment in years, actually. So I don't know what to make of that one.
You remember when the first Leaving Neverland movie was released? You remember how was the media doing news of that thing? How was the people talking about that and this?
Yeah,
it was a big thing in those days. I think it was 2020 during pandemic or 2021. I don't remember, but
what happened? Everybody was talking about it. It was all over the place.
But after that thing, I think after 1 or 2 days of that documentary, all the Michaels fans and all people that wants to look the truth, they were attacking the documentary for saying lies, because, as you know, man, Michael's life was one of the most, how I say, documentary lives. How can I say? How can I say? Michael's life was the most. Let me see how's the translation. I remember how to say in English.
You said it in Spanish. We're doing Spanglish, remember?
La vida de Michael fue la vida más documentada de la historia.
Yeah.
How I say that in English?
So, Michael's life is the most documented in history.
Yeah, it's the most documented in history. They know where he was. They know what he was doing. They know which people he was. So the people that know that information and search for it, they know what he was doing every day of his life. So they make all this comparison with the testimony of these two guys, because if you see the movie, it's only testimonies. They don't give any proof, any solid proof of something. They are just talking, like me saying, "Oh yeah, Marino abused me." So it's nice. I'm just talking about that. It's not I'm not showing any strong proof.
Yeah.
And also Wade Robson. Wade Robson made the first allegation. Why? Because he was told that maybe he was going to be the director of the Cirque du Soleil Michael Jackson. But after he was, also he was telling all the media that he was going to be the next director of that thing. He was proud of it. But then the company looked for another director, and he was not taken in count for the project. So what happened in those days? He remembered he was abused by Michael, and he started to do those allegations.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't get so much contract, he didn't have money, and he was desperately things for searching for money from Michael. Also, there's proof there's proof that Wade was looking for sources that to have inspiration of his posthumous allegations that Michael do this to me and do this and that. He took a lot of information from one book of a Chile, how I say, a Chilean guy,
Chilean guy.
a Chilean guy. There was a book called Michael Jackson fue mi amante,
Okay.
Diario de Jordan Chandler. It was like a journal of how, how I say in English is como un posible diario, a possible Jordan diary, and he was telling all the story of like a love story between Jordan and Michael. It's all lies, all lies. It's all lies. The guy that made that book was in court. Michael win the case, and he got kicked out from the United States because he had a debt of $2 million to Michael. He never paid him, so he can go back to United States from that time. But Wade took a lot of information for his allegation of that book. We have there you have all the proofs and all of the things that he was telling in the documentary can be how I say desmentido. How I say that in English, Marino? Desmentido.
That I don't know.
Let me
I'm
see
not that
here.
well versed in Spanish.
Denial.
Okay. And
A
then,
lot of things that he says in the documentary can be denied by the facts that all the
now,
fans,
okay.
that all the people can search Michael. And then the second guy, James Safechuk, after I think 1 year, he told that he saw Wade Robson, and he by miracle remembered that Michael abused him too. But what's behind the story? James Safechuk had a garbage company with his drugs and all the things, and he got an issue with taxes, and he got a debt of $2 million of taxes.
Yeah.
So what happened next? Oh, I remember I got abused by Michael. Okay, let's accuse him and get money from him so I can pay my issue of the taxes.
Exactly.
So
Out of desperation, it was a desperate move to do that, right? So they were low on money. They weren't too successful with what they were doing, and they saw an opportunity to take a stab at the estate's money. That's exactly what they did.
I don't know. I don't know why they looking for more money, but I think that the Living Never documentary, I think they made money with that shit. I think
they did,
but I don't know why they're looking. Why? Maybe they got 4 or 5 millions of that movie, but I don't know why they want more. The second movie, I didn't see. I didn't see the movie.
I didn't see it either. I didn't even see the full movie of the first one because I already knew how it was gonna go down. Like I knew I knew none of it was the truth, and it was made in a way to make it seem like it was true. So a lot of people I know that watched it were all saying, "Oh, you know, Michael Jackson, he seems guilty after watching this documentary," and I'm like, I don't trust it 100% because that's wasn't the first time that something like that has happened to Michael.
One thing that you got to know, man, if you see the movie one day, to start, it's a good movie. It's a good movie in terms of what? A good movie because it's well produced, it's well edited, is a movie well done, a well done movie in the things of lighting, sound.
If you look at it from that lens, then yes.
Music. One guy, when I was searching about these things, I remember I saw in a video or I read from some place, but one of the directors says that like the 80% of the feeling of what you're watching in the movie is from the music behind it. So if you put like a video with a really scary music, you're going to see that thing in a scary way. If I put a video of you, imagine with scary music and a lighting really dark, I will see you like a Batman, you know. So that things happen in the movie. So that kind of things they persuade the people to make you think that Michael was a guilty guy. He was a pedophile.
Yeah.
So in that case of take advantage of the music and also to persuade the people and also take advantage of the not all the people know all Michael Jackson's story and facts, no, and they took advantage of that because
Yeah.
not everyone do their own research like we do as fans.
Yeah, especially because like he was an easy target because he was always surrounded by kids, and that's simply because he wanted to help kids, knowing full well that they would be the adults of the future. So
the kids,
you know
and also
everything starts from when you're young.
Also the way he looks, he was a easy target because of the things. The way he looks,
Yes.
it was different, and the people look him weird. And if someone says something weird about him, they will agree with that and they will believe that because all people see Michael weird. But well, the documentary in that thing is in terms of filming is a good documentary, but in terms of facts, it's a bullshit. It's telling lies, doesn't have any proof. Even Wade Robson was boyfriend of one of Michael's nephews. So what? And Michael present them. Michael get them together. So and they were like for 10 years because the fucking Wade Robson cheat on her with Britney Spears. So so he's not I see that guy is a man, fully developed man that cheats over the girls. He had a lot of sex, a really active sex life. So I don't see any kind of abusive guy. I want to know
Traits of a guy who's been abused.
Exactly. So and the other guy, James Safechuk too. He got a wife. He got a kid. So
yeah. He seems like it seems like for those things he's got his life kind of well put together.
You know one thing that is very funny when they were doing the documentary, the main idea was that Michael had the main idea that they were talking that Michael had boyfriends in different eras. So for example, if Michael had Wade as a boyfriend, he was from I don't know for 4 years, and then they take out Wade and change boyfriend with James. So the whole narrative was that they were keep like a kids apart. No, they were separately.
Yeah.
But then if you see the videos of Michael of those years, so they told in the documentary they didn't know each other. But then if you see the videos of the 90s, you can see they knew each other from the Jam video clip. So
yeah.
So it doesn't make sense. Also, they don't do any interview right now because every time they do interviews, the people ask them questions and they don't know how to answer them or they get
we can play like one or two of them. Was there any specific one that you had in mind?
Both okay. The second video, both together as kids. Also, Wade dancing Unbreakable, and yeah, 4 videos. It's really short. Both together and kids. Wade, Mad of James, MJ, Lisa Mary, and James, and Wade dancing Unbreakable. 4 videos. Put
so this one here is the.
Yeah, James Asian and Wade together. Let's say together. They knew each other from the Jam video clip. You can see there James in the red jacket and Wade with the basketball ball.
Yeah.
Together, sharing a time together. If the movie said that they were boyfriends of Michael, but how Michael is going to present their two boyfriends at the same time doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
Okay, that's the first. The next video is Wade, Mad of James. That's the thing that I told you. James starts saying that they knew from the Jam video, and Wade look at him like Like he was really mad at him because he was destroying the whole narrative of the movie.
The kids.
Yeah.
So I knew of Wade and I felt
No, but
he was
before,
great. He was nice. So I got
before. Okay, put that to the people can see. Oh, well, you can see.
Was that the first time you knew there was a Wade?
Oh yeah,
knew
I
of
remember this
Wade.
one.
I had met Wade twice when we were kids.
I remember
I'd
seeing
been
this
on
one.
the set of the Jam video, and then Michael had a weekend at Neverland with us and a few other kids.
Yeah,
So
they just
I knew
exposed
of
themselves
Wade
over there.
and I felt he was great. He was nice, so I got along with him as a kid. But that's it.
Okay, so when
Crazy.
And Oprah, fuck you, fucking bitch. Sorry.
Yeah, I think at this point right now, no one likes Oprah.
No. And next the video, put the video of MJ, Lisa Marie, and James. James Safechuk was also Michael's assistant in the history teaser video. There in a white shirt, you can see James helping Michael, and he's with Lisa. So why Michael is going to share a moment with his ex-boyfriend and his former wife? Stupid.
Exactly. And they even slowed it down too. Yeah.
That's it. That's the video. That's it. And put the other last video. There's more videos. If you want to see more videos, put in the comments, people. In the comments below the podcast.
Yeah, let us know because we have a whole list of videos of proof and evidence.
I'll put the last video. There's Wade dancing Unbreakable. Also, Wade make a tribute of Michael Jackson. He won his show on MTV. So, abused guy is going to make a tribute for his abuser. That was 1 year before or 2 years before the allegations.
Yeah, here he is dancing to Michael Jackson, and then a couple of years later comes out with his allegations.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
If you get abused by Michael, I wouldn't hear his songs.
Yeah, exactly. Why would you even
Or
think
dance.
of listening to his music? Exactly. So, one last topic here before we wrap up. The Epstein files dropped recently, and the internet went crazy. The DOJ released thousands of more pages in December 2025 and in February 2026, and Michael's name and photos popped up in the files. So what's actually there? Basically just old pictures of Michael with Bill Clinton and Diana Ross at some event, and one photo of Michael standing next to Epstein in front of a painting, and a couple of other celebs like Mick Jagger too, faces blurred of some kids in the background. One Michael Jackson mentioned a ton is actually an interior decorator and not the singer. So there's some fake ones going around out there too. And I'll just share my screen over here just to show a couple of pictures. So this one here was the one with Bill Clinton and Diana Ross. And I don't know who that is. I'm assuming that's...
I think it's a kid, maybe, because it's
or
because
it was blurred out, yeah. And this was the one with Michael and Epstein with a painting in the back. So, there was of course a lot of talk about this, and well, here's the key point. To be honest, is that there were 0 flight logs to the island and 0 victim statements naming Michael and 0 accusations of any wrongdoing. So the DOJ just listed him as a prominent person whose photo was in the files. But other than that, there's nothing much to it, to be honest. But of course, online conspiracies exploded, and some even saying that Neverland was a protection from the Epstein Island, a protection for children. But in the actual documents, there was no smoking gun or no new claims, just photos. So because it's just like within those documents, people associate that because Michael Jackson had a picture with Epstein or some of those high profile people, that he was in on all of what went on the Epstein Island. But that's obviously not the case, and there was no proof or evidence for it. It was just the photos that were released.
Look, yeah, Marino, you know that Epstein was a man with a lot of really important contacts. You know, he had contacts with a lot of people, with powerful people, and Michael was one of them. But doesn't necessarily means that if they meet him if they by coincidence meet in a reunion or a party, it can happen. No, it can happen, and they can share a picture because it's Michael. Maybe the same Epstein was a picture with Michael, and that's it. You know. So
exactly.
So you said there is no evidence that Michael do something.
Yeah, he was always surrounded by so many high profile people. So like
exactly, Michael and he was surrounded by really powerful people. Both of them. And it can be a coincidence. It doesn't. It's like imagine you are powerful, you have contacts, and you are pictured with I don't know Osama bin Laden or I don't know people really bad or maybe I don't know which person now is. Imagine you have a picture with Maduro. You know, if you say, "Oh, that guy is with him doing bad stuff." No, it's you got a picture and that's it.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
It's a picture, and like we said in the whole podcast, because Michael is a different person, and people look at him weird, and they know that Jeffrey Epstein do bad and weird stuff, and they had a picture with Michael. They will assume that Michael also was involved in that situation, but it's not true. It's also it's only a picture, and that doesn't prove anything. Any wrongdoing from him, so it's only a picture.
Yeah, and I think people like Epstein and those that were surrounded with Epstein were actually accusing Michael of the things that they did. So they were trying to shift the accusations and the blame and put Michael in the spotlight when it was actually Epstein and his affiliates that were actually doing these evil things.
To like throw him the ball. Okay, you did.
Exactly. Like you did it. Like we're gonna tear down your name and reputation and save ours.
That's I'll say a really interesting theory because Michael always said that there is a more powerful people more than government and wants to take him down. Maybe he doesn't know every detail, but you know, Michael, even though he was an artist and a singer and musician, he was a powerful man. He was known, but all over the world, he was. There is no one that doesn't know who is Michael Jackson. He's more known than any politician, any president, any
He's
any
one of the most
company.
famous men in the world.
I think it's Michael and Jesus, the most famous in the world. So his influence is so powerful that maybe a group of people from behind they want to take him down in order to how I say, to impedir, how I say impedir, let me see, impedir, in order to prevent Michael influence more people with his message and keep the things that the way they want.
Yeah.
And they use them the thing that they love most in the world, that they were children, against him.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's basically it, right? And there's nothing else to it, but that's what I think actually happened and what went down and what came out of the Epstein files is the fact that people actually learned that Michael Jackson was actually innocent. So, and that's
It's
sad,
really
right?
sorry.
So,
It's sad. I feel sad that Michael is not here now with us in order to see all the people that support him, all the videos that support him, all the pictures, all the social media accounts, the documentary, all the things that support him. I'm sad that he is not here to watch that,
yeah,
because he was a really lonely person.
yeah, I know.
So and
Many people around him and surrounded him, but he felt lonely inside.
he can't trust anybody. I think he only
Exactly.
can trust his kids and his mom. Even he didn't trust his brothers or
His
sisters.
brothers, yeah, some of his brothers.
So
yeah,
I will be happy if he can watch all the things. Well, I want I want to believe that he watched everything from above, but imagine Michael Jackson nowadays doing stream things, doing podcasts, doing
Yeah.
gameplays, because I know he was a really fan of video games. Talking about his life in a podcast, it will, I think it will be the most popular podcast or most popular YouTube channel or anything in TikTok. He will be the most popular guy in those platforms. But well, he wasn't here for that
for that,
era. Yeah, but I would love that. If he was here and he did a live, I would be there asking a lot of questions, or I don't know. But
yeah, but he's still a prominent figure in today's world, even though he's not with us physically. He's with us in spirit, right?
I know his legacy is going to live forever.
Yeah.
My kids and the kids of my kids are going to hear him. So
exactly.
and the kid,
Yeah, we better we
and
better
so
make
on.
sure of that.
Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
I'm going to do it that way. So it's going to happen that way, and
yeah.
Well, I miss him, but yeah, he's live now. He's more live this year. It's Michael's year, so
Yeah.
we have to keep celebrating his name, his music, his legacy, his art, and it's going to be that way forever. No.
Yeah. Exactly.
No, I wanted you to tell me 5 songs from the Invincible album, but you can't say Unbreakable or You Rock My World, Butterflies, and You're My Life. But you can say the other ones. Give me 5. About 5.
Man, Heartbreaker.
Okay.
Well, you said most of them actually that I was going to say. So you're making
Yeah,
you're making it very hard for me because I think there's like 10 or 12 singles and you remove like 5 of them.
No, there are 16 songs. No, sorry. There are 16 songs. I only take up 4 songs. Don't look in Google.
What's the one? You are my life.
Okay.
So we got Heartbreaker, You Are My Life. You Rock My World, which you said that you couldn't say that one. Is Cry one of them? No.
Yeah. Nice.
Cry
Yeah.
is one
Cry.
of them. 3.
Yes.
Man, give me a hint because I need some help over here.
Okay, there's one with Carlos Santana. Remember that? Da-da-da-ha-ha.
Whatever happens.
4. Okay, one more.
Yeah, I'm gonna need another hint on this one because the ones that you
Okay,
you
okay,
removed
okay,
are the
okay.
ones that I would have said.
Okay. Yeah, your your love is magical. That's how I feel. Na 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 na. And then na na
Smile.
na. No. Na 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 na. Okay, another one. The other one is one that Michael is pitching in a low key, like na 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 na
Ah,
na
yeah, yeah.
para para
Uh,
para 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 para
it's not
para.
breaking news. No, it's
No, that no,
tabloid.
no, that's for history.
2,000 watts.
No, no, yeah.
There you go. There you go. There you go. So,
Well,
a couple of words more before we wrap up. So, guys, we've covered the movie, the Branca War, the Casio arbitration win, Robson and Safechuk heading to trial, and the Epstein photos. His music and his legacy still undefeated, but 2026 keeps throwing us these curveballs. So we'd like if you drop your honest takes in the comment section. Which side are you on, and do you think all of this is just for clout and attention leading up to the movie release? So don't forget to watch us, share us, and good muchachos out.